You can't do
no! Goodness me! Rouget down!
Right.
That is ridiculous! Who's going to get the
for
win?
27th. It is surely.
And they're about to witness the future of the sport. Take it on for Red Bull rookies. Round 3, race 2.
13 laps then of Red Bull motor. And a great start from the middle of the front row there for the number 20 from the number 27. Great start for Rico Salmella. I hope it
Shot into turns 1, 2 and 3, but Carpe sides through straight back into the lead then. Goodness me, what a chaotic start yesterday. Now he's into 2nd place.
And Rico Salmella there is back up into 3rd place. He dropped back, he got beaten up in the front. Let Chies keep having a point score over him.
And look at that though, up the inside, blimey, we've got several riders going down. Oh goodness me, that's an design. But we will see, that was nearly very nasty indeed. Carter Thompson gone down. Oh, what a shame after a cracking...
And it is Kia that leads them. Carpe, Salmella, Morelli, Peroni, Pratima. So absolutely superb stuff. And the 48 there, that of course is the bike of Lennox.
And onto the gravel, unfortunately, and that's just, yeah, overcooking it there. I mean, that is so precarious, goodness me.
Did nearly catch, as you said.
Yeah.
Carpe.
And it's Valentin Peroni, the Argentinian, furious he was yesterday with that 6th place finish. He was leading pretty much across the line then. Rico Salmella's there.
Back to about 8th place, just on the brakes there.
Morelli up into 3rd again, trying as he goes up the inside of Danish, but not quite. But they're milling out on the win by 0.04 of a second. He now leads the way.
It is so intense, a much more intense race from the get-go in the race. We had track limits warning yesterday. Let's hope it's the same today.
Got to stand up for France as well.
And it's Chies who has the advantage again, but only just from Brian Uriarte.
You got Hakim Danish looking very solid in 3rd place. A much better start for him today. Marco Morelli, after his
battling his way through yesterday, did a superb job, as did Carter Thompson. Of course, Carter now already off, so he can't repeat that today. But it's Chies Uriarte.
Stone dead last on our timing screens. Gutting for the American.
And it's going to be 5 arrests again on the brakes down at the end of the start and finish.
It's more than that. It's
now leads Spain, leads Malaysia, Finland. Absolutely superb. There's an Italian there, Pugliese in 7th. All the nations represented at the front.
All over the back of him there. Chies, though, how strong is he yesterday in this part of the circuit, Peter? Arrabbiata 1 and 2.
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he? This sweeping, super fast right.
11, he's in the middle of this group. Off the back of the group is Guillaume Plong, number 24 in 13th spot. So we have a leading train of 20.
Number 95 is there. Of course, he started this season with a 1st place at the race 1 in Jerez, then had a 6th, a crash, a 6th, a technical problem yesterday, so his season's been a bit all over the place, but he's way out in front now.
Morelli, Chies, then Danish as well. It's getting a bit tight to where the bees are watching on from turn 1, but they all make it safely through.
Who were battling it out at the front yesterday, and they are doing it again, joined by Danish and Morelli.
And the pace is pretty hot today. So many riders off a minute lap times.
And in fact, that's right. And in fact, just broke into the 59s. Did Polman, and up the inside on the number 13 into 3rd place is Hakan Danish.
We are having a poorer ride. It's that actually the pace and the intensity, as you mentioned, Peter, is so much more fierce in this race.
He rides from the start, and that's the 27th, of course, of Rico Salmella, who is having a much better day of it than he did yesterday afternoon.
That was that aggression. He's fastest rider on track. Evan Belford had one of his best rides of the season so far yesterday. A 2:00.8 from him.
Yesterday, there was no chance of doing that. He said just the bike didn't feel the same as it did in qualifying. The track temperature was up, it was hotter, it was moving and sliding all around. He saw earlier this morning.
A lot more riders over those track limits. That was Chies once again then, so he's got to be careful. He'll get a track. Very disappointed yesterday with his mechanical issue putting him out of action. He is more than determined than ever this morning.
Yeah.
Too right.
And now let's see whether he can do that break that he failed to do yesterday, because Max Chies has got his head down, but Carpe Uriarte.
Will they manage to reel in Max Chies on this one? Uriarte pulls out the slipstream on Carpe. They're hugging the white line at the side of the circuit. It's going to be Carpe. It's the Rookies Cup. You're going to see all the riders swarming over the back end of Alvaro Carpe, and it's Uriarte into the lead.
And it's braking from 230 kilometres an hour, 143 miles an hour.
Chies went from 1st down to 5th before he just overtook Marco Morelli once again there.
And through these series of S-bends, it is the 51 of Brian Uriarte.
Alvaro Carpe then. Both Uriarte and Carpe were livid yesterday, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that yesterday's victory for Quiles puts him on 99 armour, more thoughtful, going through the processes, and now he's running away with the championship at the moment.
You've hit the nail on the head there, Matt, haven't you? Really, absolutely. Because there's no to action today. Well, that's exactly what he's doing, because he's leading this race superbly. But let's see whether he is swallowed up by Quiles, Carpe, Danish, Morelli, Salmella and Peroni out of...
In towards turn one then.
It's Carpe that leads on the 83, but only just. Danish there is in third place behind the 51 of Brian.
In the race capacity, obviously, compared to yesterday, I would say. The riders, they experienced a bit of rain ahead of their qualifying session on Friday. In 16th place, a 2-minute 0.5 for him. He is running in 16th place. Now, for the first time, Alvaro Carpe had a bit of a lead, but it's already evaporated. They really need to not let Maximo win. I don't think perhaps winning for them is the well, it always is the priority, but it's not a necessity right here. But what is a necessity is Maximo Quiles cannot. But Quiles is there, Uriarte is there, Danish number 13, 95 of course it's Morelli. Interestingly about Ruche Mouli, he did say yesterday, too close for comfort there. As you said, that's the second lap we've seen feet off the foot race, so that isn't the plan. No, not at all, not at all. We see though, 50 from the 51 of Uriarte, the 83 of Alvaro Carpe in third place, the 73 of Valentin Peroni are one of the two Argentines. Eaching away from Alvaro Carpe. Can he make enough of a break of it not to have his slipstream down the start and finish? No one has been able to do that so far this race. Still think they might be actually pressing harder through the race today. 28 is Quiles, but he's being slipstream down the start and finish straight. They pick. He's back up the inside. That was very close indeed. Yeah, but Hakim Danish won out of that one, if you like, because Veda had to back right with yesterday. Their main grief, was that they were not in this leading group. That's where they wanted to be, fighting it out for the win. This is a massive step. And they'll learn tremendously from this. It's a real boost for them for the rest of the season. Even actually, I should say that Velford and Monignani, it's actually down. The 13 with the yellow helmet gets into second place. He's chasing after the 83 of Alvaro Carpe. 51, of course, is Brian Uriarte in third place, just ahead of Quiles, Salmella and Pratima. And his compatriot Valentin Peroni. Well then, Peter, coming around the final corner, it's Carpe leading. This is some big moves made for a bid for the podium. Yeah, and I think really the guys, if they're going to do it, if they're going to make a break, this is when they've got to do it. I'm sure Carpe's got that in his mind if he can it. And it's side by side again, but it is Carpe that has the advantage. But no, Quiles gets inside Moodley for second. Samella's there in fourth. Big gap. If he has that next time around, the victory could be his. That is not good for the championship chances of everybody else. Bit of weave in there. We don't like to see that. Stop it, boys. Yeah, that's right. But he's leading across the group of leading 7 up to about 10 again now. Peter, it's all on the final lap. Yeah, it is indeed, isn't it? You know, that 51, there's Brian Uriarte. He's been pushed back. Uriarte up the inside of Peroni. That was as clean as you like. Yeah. Just nobody's shown any real ability to exercise. Couldn't quite make it. What a run Carpe had through there. No plan B. Morelli making a bid for these. The time is running out. It's only a few corners to go. They get it. But they go wide. He goes wide. 83. Carpe goes so wide. Oh, he goes foot off. Who's going to be it? Moodley neck and neck with Quiles. But he was very good in practice. A couple of riders in the background as well. Oh, dearie me. Sorry, Peter. A few riders.
Pembalap Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama, finish ke-8 dalam balapan kedua Retro Okie Cup 2024 seri Mugello. Veda Ega Pratama sempat merangsek ke posisi 5 besar tetapi tidak dapat mempertahankannya dalam balapan yang dihelat di sirkuit Mugello, Toscana, Italia, Minggu, 2 Juni 2024. Veda melakukan start dengan baik untuk memimpin di tikungan pertama dari posisi ke-7 tetapi harus turun posisi karena sempat hampir terjatuh di tikungan 3. Pratama terdorong ke posisi 9 dalam adu akselerasi menuju tikungan pertama pada lap kedua balapan selama 13 putaran ini. Peluang belum habis karena Veda masih berada dalam grup pembalap terdepan. Veda naik ke posisi ke-6 pada awal lap ketiga walau tidak bertahan lama. Veda turun ke posisi 9 karena mengambil jalur lomba yang lebih lebar pada lap keempat. Menjaga posisi di tikungan 1 San Donato di mana pembalap bisa mengerem dari kecepatan 230 kpj masih menjadi pekerjaan rumah bagi Veda. Tikungan berbentuk parabolika yang didahului lintasan lurus panjang yang menanjak itu menjadi mimpi buruk Veda pada balapan pertama, Sabtu, 1 Juni 2024. Penampilan luar biasa pembalap Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama di race 1 Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 Italia di sirkuit Mugello. Pengungkapan luar biasa ini bukan datang dari kita melainkan dari komentator tayangan langsung race 1 Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Adalah Matt Dunn dan Peter Clifford yang menjadi komentator race 1 RBRC 2024 Italia yang berlangsung 12 putaran. Sirkuit Mugello dengan panjang 5,245 km merupakan pengalaman yang sama sekali baru bagi Veda Ega, begitu panggilan akrab Veda Ega Pratama. Meskipun Peter Clifford menyanyikan komentator tayangan langsung RBRC yang juga merupakan sosok penting di era pergantian MotoGP 2, tak keempat tak di awal 2000-an. Dia adalah manajer tim Red Bull Yamaha WCM yang menukangi Simon Travar, Regis Laconi dan juga Gary S1MCH Pronunciation Choi. Bahkan pernah menjalani proyek MotoGP 4 tak dengan skuad WCM bangun mesin dan kepuasan sendiri. Terhitung 2007 bergabung dalam proyek pembibitan pembalap muda Red Bull Rookies Cup. Peter Clifford berperan berpengalaman dalam menyaring bibit muda pembalap masa depan MotoGP. Pria ramah ini mengungkapkan bakat balap Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama di kiprah perdana RBRC musim ini. Bahkan Veda Ega nyaris tidak bisa menjuarai balapan 1 RBRC Mugello jika tidak terkena sandwich pembalap lain di tikungan pertama sirkuit Mugello, San Donato. Hingga akhirnya gagal mengikuti pemimpin terdepan, hingga finish 5 di race RBRC Italia 2024 sirkuit Mugello. Peter Clifford mengatakan untuk ukuran balap yang perdana tampil dan juga menghadapi sirkuit baru, Veda Pratama tampil cukup luar biasa di balapan 1 Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 Italia di sirkuit Mugello, ungkap Peter Clifford. Bahkan dia juga mengungkapkan dengan modal pengalaman di race 1 dan Veda Ega mampu mempertahankan performa sama. Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup melanjutkan putaran ketiganya yang akan berlangsung di sirkuit Mugello, Italia. Pada hari Jumat kemarin, para peserta telah menjalani sesi latihan bebas 1 dan 2 serta kualifikasi. Hasil cukup baik diraih pembalap Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama. Setelah kesulitan pada FP1 dan FP2 di mana Veda terlempar dari posisi 10 besar, namun pembalap asal Gunung Kidul itu menorehkan hasil lebih baik saat kualifikasi. Veda dengan nomor start khas 54 berhasil menempati posisi ke-7. Tentu saja ini menjadi langkah awal yang bagus bagi pembalap binaan Astra Honda Racing Team tersebut. Start dari 3 baris terdepan bisa menjadi modal untuk mendulang podium. Saat ini, putra dari mantan pembalap nasional Sudarmono itu menempati posisi ke-9 klasemen sementara dengan 20 poin. Perjuangan Veda untuk mengibarkan bendera merah putih di kancah dunia tentunya masih sangat panjang. Pembalap asal Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama siap menghadapi putaran ketiga Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 yang akan berlangsung di sirkuit Mugello. Sebagai pendatang baru di ajang bergengsi ini, Veda Ega telah menunjukkan performa mengesankan dengan berhasil mengumpulkan 20 poin dan menempatkan dirinya di posisi ke-9 klasemen sementara. Debut Veda Ega di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 memang luar biasa. Di tengah persaingan ketat dengan para pembalap muda berbakat dari berbagai belahan dunia, Veda mampu menunjukkan kemampuan yang luar biasa di atas lintasan. Dengan total 20 poin yang berhasil diraih, Veda membuktikan bahwa ia adalah salah satu pembalap yang patut diperhitungkan di ajang ini. Putaran ketiga yang akan berlangsung di sirkuit Mugello menjadi tantangan berikutnya bagi Veda. Sirkuit yang dikenal dengan lintasan cepat dan tikungan tajam ini akan menguji kemampuan teknik dan strategi dari setiap pembalap. Dengan pengalaman dan kepercayaan diri yang semakin meningkat, Veda diharapkan dapat tampil lebih baik dan bahkan berpeluang untuk meraih podium. Performa Veda yang konsisten sejak awal musim ini tidak hanya memberikan harapan besar bagi dirinya untuk tampil lebih baik lagi. Kejuaraan Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 kembali digelar akhir minggu ini, 1-2-5-2024. Berlokasi di sirkuit Mugello, artinya akan bareng kejuaraan MotoGP Italia 2024. Ada satu pembalap Indonesia di ronde Red Bull Rookies Cup Italia. Ia adalah Veda Ega Pratama. Veda Ega Pratama, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul, Yogyakarta itu tidak takut lawan yang lebih berpengalaman. Veda Ega Pratama merupakan rookie alias debutan di ajang balap Eropa tersebut. Pada race 2 Prancis yang digelar di sirkuit Le Mans, Veda berhasil finish posisi 7. Cuma terpaut sekitar 2 detik dari pemenang balapan, Brian Uriarte. Kini pembalap kelahiran 23 November 2008 itu menempati peringkat 9 di klasemen dengan koleksi 20 poin. Hasil ini terbilang fantastis karena lawan-lawan Veda Ega Pratama lebih berpengalaman di balap Eropa. Contohnya adalah penguasa klasemen di posisi 1-2 yakni Maximo Quiles dan Alvaro Charpe. Maximo Quiles sudah masuk musim ketiga alias sudah main sejak 2022. Sementara Alvaro Charpe memasuki musim kedua. Dua pembalap Spanyol ini masing-masing sudah cukup berpengalaman di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Makanya Veda Ega Pratama dengan status debutan di balap Eropa tapi bisa ikut barisan depan tergolong fantastis. Apalagi ia harus cepat adaptasi dengan motor yang berbeda. Serta sirkuit-sirkuit yang berbeda pula dari ajang balap Asia. Gelaran MotoGP Italia 2024 akan padat dengan rangkaian lomba dari 5 kategori yaitu MotoGP, Moto2, Moto3 di level Grand Prix serta Moto E dan Red Bull Rookies Cup. Pembalap asal Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama akan berlomba dalam debutnya di kejuaraan pra-MotoGP yaitu Red Bull Rookies Cup. Dalam musim debutnya, Veda Ega Pratama yang masih berusia 15 tahun itu sudah menunjukkan kecepatan dan bahkan langsung merebut posisi keempat dalam kualifikasi pertamanya. Namun, balapan bukan hanya soal kecepatan. Walau sudah merasakan posisi 3 besar pada lap pertamanya, awal musim Veda diiringi dengan rentetan kecelakaan. Untungnya, grafik pembalap asal Wonosari itu terus naik dengan finish ke-11 dalam race 2 seri Jerez, lalu ke-10 dalam race 1 seri Le Mans, dan ke-7 dalam race 2 seri Le Mans.